Good morning, students. So, welcome to the online PT classes. So, in this class, we'll continue the discussion on electromagnetic induction. So, in the last class, we discussed up to the motional EMF. So, now in this class, we continue that one. Self-induction. So, whenever the electric current passing through the coil or circuit changes, the magnetic flux linked with it will be also changes. As a result of this, in accordance of Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, an EMF is induced in the coil, and that EMF opposes the cause, whatever it produces it. That is, this phenomena is called self-induction, or EMF induced is called back EMF. The EMF induced is called what? Back EMF. Next, if you come to the coefficient of induction, self-inductance, the number of flux linkage with the coil is proportional to I. That is, N into pi is proportional to I, or N pi is equal to L into I, where L is called coefficient of self-inductance. Where L is called coefficient of self-inductance. So now from Faraday's law, we know that the induced EMF epsilon is equal to minus N into d pi by dt. That implies EMF is equal to minus L. We can replace here d pi by dt minus L into di by dt. So N into d pi by dt. EMF is equal to minus N into d pi by dt. But N pi is equal to what? L into I. Where L is a proportionality constant, it comes out of the differentiation, that is di by dt. And I is a varying with time, therefore it's a di by dt. Hence, the EMF induced in the coil due to self-induction is what? Minus L into di by dt. The self-inductance of the circular coil. The self-inductance of the circular coil is given by L is equal to mu naught N square A by L, if the air is present. For other medium, it's a mu naught mu r N square A by L, where A is the area of cross section of the coil and L is the length of the coil. Where L is the length of the coil and N is the number of turns in the coil. Where N is the what? Number of turns in the coil. Next, the value of current at any instant of time. In the self-inductance coil, the value of current at any instant of time t after closing the circuit is I is equal to I naught 1 minus e to the power of minus r by L into t. Similarly, the value of current at any instant of time after opening the circuit from steady state condition is I is equal to I naught e to the power of minus r by L into t, where r is the resistance and L is the self-inductance. The time in which the current in the inductive circuit rises to 63%. 63% means 1 by E times its I naught. 1 by E times the what? I naught. Of its maximum value is defined as the time constant. We call it as a what? Time constant. The time in which the current in an inductive circuit rises to 63% of its maximum value. That means peak value. That is 1 by E times the E naught or EM. It is given by tau is equal to L by R. The time constant tau is equal to what? L by R. So next, mutual induction. If the current changes in one coil, the EMF is induced in the another nearby coil. That phenomena is called mutual inductance. Okay. So if there are two coils nearby each other, if the current changes in one coil induces the EMF in the another coil, that phenomena is called what? Mutual inductance. If IP is the current flowing through the primary coil and phi s is the flux linked with the secondary coil, then phi s is proportional to IP. That is, the flux through the secondary coil is proportional to current through the primary coil. That is, the flux through the secondary coil is equal to mutual inductance into current in the primary coil. Proportionality sign is replaced by some proportionality constant called M, where M is called coefficient of mutual inductance. So next, according to Faraday's law, the induced EMF is equal to, in the secondary coil, epsilon S is equal to minus N into d phi S by dt. But according to this one, d pi s is what? M into Ip. M is a constant, take outside. It becomes minus M into dIp by dt. The EMF induced in the secondary coil is equal to the mutual inductance of the one coil with respect to another coil into the rate of change of current in the primary coil. The mutual inductance expression is M is equal to mu naught N1 into A by N, where N1 is the number of turns in the first coil, N2 is the number of turns in the second coil, and A is the area of cross section of the first coil, and L is the length of the first coil. Magnetic potential energy of the inductor, that is the energy stored in the inductor as a magnetic potential energy, which is given by half L I square, similar to the electrical energy stored in the capacitor, where the energy stored in the capacitor is represented by half CV square, where C represents capacitance, here L represents inductance of the coil, V is the potential and I is the current. And UB is equal to, also can be written as N pi I by 2 according to this equation. According to expression for self-inductance, we know that. So L is equal to here. So N pi is equal to Li. Or L is equal to what? N pi by I. If you substitute that one, we get UB is equal to N pi I by 2. Next, the combination of inductance. So we can combine the two or more inductors similar to the resistors or capacitors in two ways, one in parallel and one in series. So when the two or more inductors are connected in series, so it's just like a sum, L1 plus L2. If the two inductors are nearby, so then Ls is equal to L1 plus L2 plus or minus 2L. L1 plus L2 plus or minus 2L. If the two coils of self-inductance L1 and L2 and the mutual inductance are in parallel and far from each other, so then the net inductance is 1 by Lp is equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2. This is for parallel combination. This is for series combination. When the two or more inductors are what? Far apart. When they are nearer, it's a plus or minus 2L. Next, AC generator. A device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy is called AC generator. It works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. EMF induced in the coil is given by, according to Faraday's law, epsilon is equal to minus n into d pi by dt. And here flux is equal to BA cos theta. BA cos theta. We know that expression for flux is equal to BA cos theta. Theta is equal to omega t. Because angular frequency is equal to rate of change of angular displacement. Therefore, it becomes BA cos omega t. Phi is equal to BA cos omega t. So apply here, and here BA is constant, therefore NB are constant, and differentiation of cos omega t is omega into sin omega t. Here NBA omega represents peak value of the induced EMF. This is the peak value of the induced EMF. Therefore, epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into sin omega t. This is the expression for instantaneous induced EMF at any instant of time. The induced current is equal to I is equal to epsilon by R according to Ohm's law. I is equal to what? V by R. So in the case of voltage, we have EMF here. Substitute, then we get I is equal to I naught sin omega t. Where R is the resistance of the circuit. Where R is the what? Resistance of the circuit. This is the expression for induced current. This is the expression for induced EMF. So with this introduction, small introduction, we go to the multiple questions on self-inductance and mutual inductance. The first one, the current in a coil of inductance 0.2 Henry changes from 5 ampere to 2 ampere in 0.5 seconds. The magnitude of the average induced EMF of the coil is. So they have given L. L is given, L is equal to 0.2 Henry. L is equal to 0.2 Henry. And the current changes from I1 is equal to 5 ampere. And I2 is equal to 2 ampere. In time is equal to 0.5 seconds. the magnitude of the average induced EMF. The magnitude of the what? Average induced EMF. The EMF induced in the self-inductance coil is equal to minus L into di by dt. That is minus L into it's a di. Now we can write it as a final current I2 minus I1 divided by T. This can be written like this. This is I2. So it's a minus L is 0.2. L is 0.2 into I2 is 2 minus 5. I1 is 5 divided by T is equal to 0.5. Then epsilon is equal to, it's a minus into minus plus I2. It's a 0.6 divided by 0.5. 0.6 divided by 0.5. That is 6 by 5. 6 by 5 means, so multiply and divide by 2. That is 1.2. It's a 12 divided by 10 agate. It's a 1.2. 1.2 volt. Option D is correct answer. Option D is what? Correct answer. 1.2 volt. Next problem. A coil of wire. A coil of wire of certain radius has 600 tons and a self-inductance of 108 millihenry. The self-inductance of the second similar coil of 500 tons will be the calculator. So they are given N1. N1 is equal to 600 tons and a self-inductance L is equal to 108 mH millihenry. The self-inductance of the second, this is L1. Now the N2 is equal to 500 tons. L2 is equal to question mark. L2 is equal to what? Question mark. Now we know that the self-inductance of the coil is equal to mu naught N square A divided by L. The self-inductance of the coil is given by mu naught N square A by L. Mu naught is the constant, N is the number of turns in the coil, A is the area of cross section of the coil, and L is the length of the coil. So here two similar coils. For two similar coils, this A and L is same. Then mu naught is constant, A is constant, L is constant, and L is proportional to N square. That implies, so L1 by L2 is equal to N1 by N2 whole square. N1 by N2 whole square. We want L2. So L2 is equal to L1 into N2 divided by N1 whole square. This is equal to 108. L1 is equal to 108. N2 is 500 divided by 600 whole square. 00 cancel. It's a 108 into 25 divided by 36. 36 ones are 36 threes. 3 into 25 is 75. 75 millihenry. Because this L1 is in millihenry, therefore L2 should also be in millihenry. Therefore 75 millihenry. Option B is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Next problem. A coil of self-inductance 50 Henry is joined to the terminals of the battery of EMF 2 volt through a resistance of 10 ohm and steady current is flowing through the circuit. If the battery is now disconnected, the time in which the current will decay to 1 by E of its steady state value. So here, when the battery is disconnected, the current will decay. So we know that the expression directly we can take that they are asking time constant. The time constant tau is equal to L by R. You can take directly tau is equal to L by R. But before going to that one, when the battery is disconnected, now the current in the coil will be decreases in this rate. That is epsilon naught into minus L by R into T. I is equal to I naught into e to the power of minus L by R into T. Now, the time in which the current will decay to 1 by E times of its steady value until then. 1 by E times means this is 1 by E I naught. I is equal to 1 by E I naught is equal to I naught e to the power of minus L by R into T. I naught cancel. Now we get e to the power of minus 1. This power e will go to the numerator, then it becomes e to the power of minus 1 is equal to e to the power of minus L by R into T. Compare the powers. Then minus 1 is equal to minus L by R into T. L by R into T. So we get T is equal to T minus minus cancel. T is equal to minus R by L. It's a minus R by L. This is my minus R by L. R by L. This is R and this is L. Therefore, T is equal to L by R. This is an expression for time constant. Therefore, tau is equal to L by R, and L is given 50 Henry and R is equal to 10 ohm. R is equal to how much? 10 ohm. It's a 10. It's a 5 second. Option C. 26 is equal to option C. Next one. 27. A network shown in the figure is a part of the complete circuit. If at a certain instant the current I is 2 ampere and is decreasing. Is what? Decreasing at the rate of 10 to the power of 2 ampere per second. Then what is the potential difference between A and B? The potential difference between what? A and B is asking. To calculate the potential difference between A and B, yes, we know that. Take here from Kirchhoff loop rule. From Kirchhoff loop rule. Kirchhoff loop rule. The potential at A is VA. Write that one. VA. Next, we are moving in this direction. As a result, the current flow across the resistor. Therefore, current always flows from higher potential to lower potential. Therefore, we are moving in the direction of what? Decrease in potential across the resistor. Decrease in potential is a minus. Minus I into R. Next, through the cell, we are moving from negative terminal to positive terminal. That is, from negative means low, positive means high. We are moving in the direction of what? Increase in potential. Therefore, it's a plus. Plus EMF of this cell. This is not 12 ohm, it's a 12 volt. Next, across the inductor, when the current is flowing in this direction, due to this change in current, another current will be induced in the coil, that is called induced current. That is opposite to the direction of what we are moving, other direction of the main current. This induced current always flows from higher potential to lower potential. But we are traveling from lower potential to higher potential. Therefore, lower to higher means increase in potential. It is also plus. It is also what? Plus. So plus L into, so minus so minus L into di by dt is equal to Vb is equal to Vb. The potential at point B is Vb. Va minus IR plus epsilon plus minus L into di by dt is equal to what? Vb. Now take this Va to this side. Then we get Vb minus Va is equal to minus IR plus epsilon minus L into di by dt. Minus I is how much? 2 ampere. Resistance is how much? 2. Minus 2 into 2 plus EMF is how much? 12 minus L is how much? 5 millihenry. 5 into 10 power minus 3 into di by dt. The current is decreasing at the rate of 10 to the power of, therefore this is into minus 10 to the power of, why minus 10 to the power of 200? Decreasing, increasing a plus, decreasing minus. Then we get it's a minus 4 plus 12 minus into minus is plus. So 10 power 2 minus 3 is a minus 1, minus 1 into 5 is 0.5. Then we get 12.5 minus 4 is 8.5 volt. 8.5 volt. So option B is the correct. Option B is the one correct answer. Across the inductor, you have to take plus or plus of minus L into di by dt, because where EMF induced or current is induced in the direction opposite to the direction of flow of this current, and we are flowing in this, we are moving in this direction. Therefore, it is current always flows from higher potential to lower potential. Next, if the bulb, in the following circuit, the bulb will become suddenly bright if contact is made or broken. In both the cases, contact is made, contact is broken, won't become bright at all. Yes, when the contact is made, current will start to flow in this direction, I. As a result, initially when the circuit is closed, the current is increasing. So due to that increase in current, EMF is induced in the coil such that it will produce as induced current in the what direction? Opposite to the direction of main current, because it has to oppose the cause according to the Lenz law. Therefore, this is in direction of induced current. The main current and induced current are in what? Opposite direction. Therefore, the net current I net is equal to I minus I induced. That means the net current is less than the main current. When the current is less, the bulb will glow what? Dim. So the bulb will not become bright. Bulb will be what? Glows dim. Next, if the circuit is broken, contact is broken. Contact is broken. When contact is broken, so the current will be start to decrease, but current is in the same direction. Current will start to decrease. But in the self-inductance coil, to oppose this decrease in coil, to oppose this what? Decrease in current, EMF will be induced in the coil such that the induced current will be in the direction of main current, because it will oppose the decrease of current. So due to that one, the induced current and the main current both are in the what? Same direction. Therefore, the I net is equal to I plus I induced. That means the net current is more than I. If the net current is more, then the bulb glow brighter. Then the bulb is what? Glow brighter. The bulb glow brighter. Therefore, option C is correct. Option C is the correct answer. So when the circuit is made, then the current will flows in the circuit, but current is increasing. So in the self-inductance coil, the EMF is induced in such a way that it will induces the current in the direction opposite to the what? Increase in current. As a result, net current is less, hence the bulb glows dim. But when the circuit is broken, so then the current in the circuit start to decrease. Now the EMF induced in the coil opposes this decrease in current. To oppose this decrease in current, it will induce the current in the direction of main current. As a result, the net current is more, hence the bulb will be glows brighter when the contact is what? Broken. So option C is the correct answer. Next. The two coils have mutual inductance. Two coils have mutual inductance 0.005 Henry. The current changes in the first coil according to the equation I is equal to Im sin omega t. I is equal to Im sin omega t, where Im is the peak value of the current, that is 10 ampere, and omega is equal to 100 pi radian per second. It's a radian per second. The maximum value of the EMF induced in the second coil is calculated. So they are given mutual inductance. M is given, M is equal to 0.005 Henry, and the current changes in the first coil according to the equation I is equal to Im sin omega t. So then we can write that EMF induced is equal to minus M into the current changes in the second coil. EMF induced in the first coil. The current changes in the first coil, that is I1 by dt. EMF induced in the second coil is equal to minus M into the rate of change of current in the first coil. So now it's a minus M d by dt. They are given in the first coil the current changes according to the equation 1, Im sin omega t. So then epsilon 2 is equal to minus M Im omega into cos omega t, the differentiation. Now minus into M is 0.005 Henry. Im is 10. So you have to take only a magnitude, no problem, you can leave it. 0.005 into 10 into omega is 100 pi into cos omega t. Cos omega t is equal to, he is asking maximum. So here EMF is maximum. The induced EMF is what? Maximum when the cos omega t is maximum. When the cos omega t is what? Maximum. That is how much? 1. Therefore, E2 is equal to, so 10 into 100 is what? 1000. 1000 into 0.005 is 55 volt. This is the current maximum. Option A. Is asking maximum value of the induced EMF. EMF induced is maximum and the cos omega t, that is the trigonometric function cos theta, has to become maximum. Its maximum value is 1. Therefore, the EMF induced in the secondary coil is 55 volt. Option A is the correct answer. Next, an EMF of 100 millivolts is induced in a coil when the current in another nearby coil becomes 10 ampere from 10 ampere from what? 0 in 0.1 second. The coefficient of mutual inductance. So very simple. So you're asking coefficient of mutual inductance. So to calculate this one, we know that EMF induced is equal to minus M into. So we can take epsilon 2 is equal to minus M into di1 by dt. And here is given EMF is equal to 100 millivolts. 100 into 10 power minus 3 is equal to minus M. M we have to calculate M into current changes from what? 10 ampere from 0. 0 in the 10 volt. The final is 10. So initially 0 ampere itu finally 10 ampere. That is I1 is equal to 0 ampere, I1 dash is equal to 10 ampere. Therefore, it's a 10 minus 0 divided by how much time? 0.1 second. 0.1 second. So it's 100 into 10 power minus 3 is equal to minus m into 10 by 0.1. 10 by 0.1 means 100. This 100 and this 100 get cancelled. Then the mutual inductance is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 Henry. That is 1 millihenry. 1 millihenry. Option A is the correct answer. Option A is the what? Correct answer. Next problem. The mutual inductance between primary and secondary circuit is 0.5 Henry. So is given mutual inductance. M is equal to 0.5 Henry. The resistance of the primary coil R1 is equal to 20 ohm. R2 is equal to 5 ohm. To generate a current of 0.4 ampere in the secondary coil. So that is I2. Secondary coil means I2. I2 is equal to 0.4 ampere. The current in the primary must be changed at the rate of, you have to calculate dI1 by dt. Okay. So we know that the EMF induced in the secondary coil is equal to minus M into dI1 by, that is the rate of change of current in the secondary coil. EMF means what? I2 into R2. Voltage. EMF is the voltage, it's a product of current into resistance. I2 into R2 is equal to minus M into dI1 by dt. So I2 is given. This is I2. I2 is 0.4. So 0.4. R2 is given 5 ohm. R2 is 5 ohm is equal to M is given 0.5 into dI1 by dt. 0.5 ones are 0.5 tens are. 10 into 0.4 is what? 4. 4 ampere per second. Answer is what? 4 ampere per second. Option A is the correct answer. Option A is the correct answer. Next one. A rectangular coil of 300 tons has an average area of 25 centimeter into 10 centimeter. So the coil rotates with a speed of 60 CPS cycle per second in a uniform magnetic field of strength 4 into 10 power minus 2 Tesla about an axis perpendicular to the field. The peak value of the induced EMF is asking the peak value of the induced EMF. So the peak value of the induced EMF is equal to epsilon is equal to NVA omega. This is expression for peak value of the induced EMF. N is given. N is how much? 300 tons. It's a 300 into B. B is given. How much? It's a 4 into 10 power minus 2 Tesla into A. The average area of the coil is what? 25 into 10. It's a 250. Centimeter square. Centimeter square it's a 10 to the power of minus 2. Centimeter 10 power minus 2 into centimeter 10 power minus 2. 25 into 10 is 250 minus 2 into minus 2 minus 4 meter square into omega. Omega. The coil rotates with a speed of how much? 50 CPS. It's a frequency. They have given F or nu. So here take omega is equal to 2 pi F. 2 pi F. Then epsilon naught is equal to so 25 250 into 4. 25 4 100. It's a 1000. It's a 300 into 1000 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 2 pi into f is 50. F is what? 50. So that gives, it's a 3 zeros, 5 zeros into 5 twos are 10. It's a 100. 5 into 10 power minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 zeros ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, 6 zeros ತಗೋಣ. We can take 4 plus 2, 6 zeros. That 6 zeros and 10 power minus 6 cancel. Remaining is 30. The maximum induced, the peak value of the induced EMF is 35 volt. Option C. Option C is the correct answer. Option C is our correct answer. Next one. 33. A circular coil of radius 6 centimeter and 20 tons rotate about its vertical diameter with an angular speed of 40 radian per second. Omega. Omega is given. Radius is given. N is given. This is N. This is radius. And this is what? Omega. Omega is given. And magnetic field in a uniform horizontal magnetic field B 2 into 10 power minus 2 Tesla. If the coil form a closed loop of resistance R is given 8 ohm, 8 ohm, then the average power loss due to joule heating is the given. So to calculate the average power loss, yes, first calculate the maximum EMF because power loss is equal to product of voltage into current. So here instead of voltage we can take EMF. It's epsilon into I. Therefore, first calculate the maximum EMF induced. So the maximum EMF induced, epsilon is equal to what? NAB omega. NAB omega. And here A is equal to what? NB A is equal to pi r square into omega. Pi r square into omega. So the value is N is 20, B 2 into 10 power minus 2, pi 3.14, R 6 centimeter. It's a 6 into 10 power minus 2 whole square. Omega 40. Omega is equal to what? 40. So it's a 40. 4 2s are 8. 800. 800 into 2 is a 800 into 2 is 1600. 1600 into 10 power minus 2 into 3.14 into 6 the 36 into 10 power minus 4. This minus 2 and this double zeros cancel. Next. So this is 36 and this is 16. 16 6 are 96. 16 6 are what? 96. Now 16 10s are 160, 160, 130. So it's a 480. 480 plus 96 how much? 480 plus 96 is 576. It's a 576 into 3.14 into 10 to the power of minus 4. If you multiply this one, the value will be around 0.18 volt per 0.18 volt. This is the maximum EMF induced. Maximum EMF induced. Next, average value. Average value of EMF induced. Average value of EMF induced. Average value of EMF induced over a full cycle. Over a full cycle is epsilon average is equal to 0. Why it is 0 means if we consider the coil, you know that if it changes its direction twice, if We consider this a rectangular current carrying coil. It is rotating in the uniform magnetic field. It is rotating like this. So during the first half cycle, the current will flow from A to B, B to C, C to D. The current is in one direction. Next, after completing half cycle, in the direction of the current reverses. The current will flow from D to C, C to B, B to A. So first it flows from A to B, B to C, C to D. Then A. Come back. Then here D to C, C to B, B to A to D. Okay, that is the direction of the current is what changes. That means the EMF induced in the what? Opposite direction. The EMF induced in the first half cycle is opposite to the EMF induced in the second half cycle. And the average induced EMF becomes 0. Next, the maximum value of current. The maximum value of current. The maximum value of current induced in the coil is I is equal to E by R, epsilon by R. It's a 0.18 divided by resistance is given. How much resistance is given? 8 ohm. 8 ohm. It's a 8. So 0.18 by 8. It's a 0.023. 0.18. So decimal, put the decimal. So 1 will not go divided by 8. So put the 0 and take 18. 2 2s are 16. Remainder is 2. Then take 1 0 20. Once again it said 2 2 2 2 etc. It will continuous. Therefore 0.022 ampere. This is the maximum value. Then the average power dissipated. The average power dissipated. The maximum power is corresponding to maximum EMF. Maximum power is corresponding to maximum EMF. And the minimum power is corresponding to minimum EMF induced. That is how much? 0. The maximum power is P and minimum power is what? 0. Minimum power is what? 0. Minimum power is equal to 0. Hence we can write that the average power is equal to the maximum power is P and minimum power is 0. Then average power is equal to P average. P average is equal to P plus 0 by 2. P is how much? Epsilon I divided by 2. And here epsilon I and epsilon is 0.18 into I is 0.002. 0.002 divided by 2. The value becomes around 0.00019 something or approximately equal to 2 into 10 power minus 3 watt per hour. Approximately equal to 2 into 10 power minus 3 watt. So the correct answer is option A, approximately 2. It's a 2 into 10 power minus 3 watt. That is the answer. Next, the while loop is rotated in a magnetic field. The frequency of change of direction of the induced EMF is 4 times per revolution, 6 times per revolution, 1 per revolution, twice per revolution. You know that when the coil is rotated in a uniform magnetic field, so the direction of the current changes twice. In the first half cycle, the current will flow A to B, B to C, C to D. In the next half cycle, the current will flow from D to C, C to B, B to A. Therefore, the current changes twice its direction. Therefore, the frequency also what? Twice. Therefore, the frequency of change of direction of the induced EMF is what? Twice. Option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. So this is about the discussion about the MCQ related to the electromagnetic induction. So next we will move to the next chapter, alternating current. Alternating current. So alternating current, the current which changes its direction and magnitude periodically with respect to time is called alternating current. Some graphical representation of the alternating quantities are shown. So this is a sinusoidal variation of current or voltage with respect to time. This is a triangular wave representation. This is a square wave representation. Okay. Next, the equation of V and I. The alternative voltage is represented by V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Vm sin omega means 2 pi nu, and nu is 2 pi by nu is equal to 1 by t, where t is the period, and this can also be written. If you come to the current, I is equal to Im sin omega t plus phi, where phi represents phase difference between voltage and current. So there is a phase difference. When the current is voltage is maximum, current may be minimum. When the voltage is minimum, current is maximum. There is a phase difference which is represented by phi. And same equation we are written here. So this is the wave variation of current or voltage with respect to time. So this is here time is 0 for one complete cycle like this. The time is how much? T, capital T, time period. Now irrigation to half. For half wave, it's a T by 2. Mentioned here. It's a T by 2. And exactly the time taken by the current to reach its peak value. Time taken by the current or voltage to reach its peak value. V naught or I naught. This is the peak value. That is represented by I naught or V naught here. Okay. Is T by 4, the time taken by the current or voltage to reach peak value from 0 is T by 4. T by 4. Next, the maximum value of the alternating quantity is called peak value. This is the maximum value. Here, if we go like this, the current or voltage goes on increases, and here it becomes maximum. Here it becomes maximum, and this is called peak value, which is represented by Vm or Im or V naught or I naught. Next, average value. The relation between average value and peak value. Average value means the mean of all the instantaneous values of AC taken over one half cycle is defined as the average value. Why it is not taken full cycle? Why means for full cycle the average value is 0, because for every positive value here there is a negative value, plus minus get cancelled. Hence for a complete cycle the average value becomes what? 0. Here V naught, here minus V naught, plus V naught minus V naught 0. Here some plus 1, here some minus 1, plus 1 minus 1 is what? 0. Therefore, the average value of complete cycle is 0. Hence, we will define average not for complete cycle or full cycle, it's only for half cycle. That is called average value. The relation between average value and peak value is average value is equal to 2 by pi into peak value. That is, I average is equal to 2 by pi into Im. Or V average is equal to 2 by pi into Vm. The average of the square of the instantaneous values in one cycle is called mean square. It is very average or mean value. This is mean square value. If you take the square root for this mean square value, then that is called RMS value. The square root of the mean square of the voltage or current in an AC circuit in one complete cycle. Why will take square? Because if you take average as usual values, plus minus get cancelled. If you square, then the minus also become positive. Then for complete cycle, we get some non-zero quantity. And if we take the square root, that value is called RMS value. Root mean square value. So the relation between VRMS and peak value. VRMS is equal to Vm by root 2, or IRMS is equal to Im by root 2. Okay. Next, the time taken by the current to increase from 0 to peak value or decrease from peak value to 0 is T by 4. So this is very important. The time taken by the current or voltage to reach its peak value from 0 is what? T by 4. And once again, this is the point where this represents IRMS or VRMS. IRMS or what? VRMS. This represents. And the corresponding that one, the time is T by 8. Then the time taken by the current to reach its RMS value from 0 is T by IT, or the time taken by the current to reach its peak value from RMS value is also T by IT. The time taken by the current to reach peak value from its RMS value is what? T by IT. Next, reactance. Reactance are similar to the resistance, but offered by the resistor. The opposition offered by the conductor is called resistance. The opposition offered by the inductor or capacitor to the for the flow of AC current is called what? Reactance. Inductive reactance XL is equal to omega L, or omega is equal to 2 pi nu L. For DC current, the inductive reactance is 0. Similarly, capacitive reactance X is equal to 1 by omega C or 1 by 2 pi nu C, and for DC current, the capacitive reactance is infinite. That means the capacitor will not allow the DC current to pass through it. It only allows AC current. It will not allow DC current. This is the expression for impedance. Next, the power in the AC circuit is defined as the product of voltage and that component of the current which is in phase with the voltage. Thus, P is equal to VI cos phi. This is the power in the AC circuit, VI cos phi. Instantaneous power is equal to instantaneous current into instantaneous voltage. It is V naught I naught sin omega t into sin omega t plus phi. Apparent or virtual power is equal to, it's a VRMS into IRMS, or V naught I naught by root. How means? VRMS means V naught by root 2, IRMS means I naught by root 2, root 2 into 2. It's a V naught I naught by, that is called apparent power or virtual power. The average power is equal to VRMS IRMS into cos phi. Next, the power factor is defined as the cosine of the angle of lag or lead is called power factor. This is cos phi is called power factor, and it is also defined as the ratio of resistance to the impedance. Power factor, true power by apparent power. Next, for resistive circuit, current is equal to I is equal to I naught sin omega t, and voltage is always same. V is equal to V naught sin omega t. Peak value is Im is equal to Vm by R. The phase difference between voltage and current is 0. The current and voltage both are in same phase. Power factor for pure resistive circuit is 1. Cos phi is equal to what? 1. And power is equal to VRMS IRMS. It is V naught I naught by. Next, it becomes the inductive circuit, where voltage leads and current lagging behind the voltage. Therefore, minus pi by 2. How much? By pi by 2. The peak value is given by Vm by in the place of Rx. The phase difference between voltage and current is pi by 2. That is 90. 90 or pi by 2. The power factor is 0 because cos 90 is equal to 0 and power dissipated is equal to 0. Time difference is T by 2. Next, for capacitive circuit. Current is equal to plus I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. So Im into omega t plus pi by 2. The plus represents that current leads the voltage. Here current leads the voltage, and voltage lags behind the current. When the current is maximum, voltage is minimum. When the current becomes minimum, voltage becomes maximum. It always leads the voltage. Phase difference between voltage and current is pi by 2 or 90. Here also power factor is 0 and power loss is 0. So this is some small introduction about the series. Not pure resistive circuit, pure capacitor circuit, and pure inductor circuit, and the important definitions related to AC circuits. Now we'll see some problems about these concepts. The first one. If instantaneous current is given by I is equal to 4 cos omega t plus 5 ampere, then the RMS value of the current is RMS value of what? Current. So here I is equal to 4 cos omega t plus phi. Directly we can compare, or we can also write this equation as I is equal to I naught sin of omega t plus pi by 2. You can write like this. Pi plus pi by 2. So pi minus pi by 2. What we think? Pi minus pi by 2. This equation also turns to this one. But in the place of I naught, what we have? 4. Therefore, I naught is equal to 4. Is asking RMS value. I RMS is equal to I naught by root. So I naught is 4. 4 by root. It's a 2 into root 2 into root 2. Divided by root 2. Root 2 cancel. It's a 2 root 2 ampere. 2 root 2 ampere. This is the answer. Option A. Sorry, option A. Option B. Option B is the correct answer. Second one. A 40 microfarad capacitor is connected to a 200 volt 50 hertz AC supply. 200 volt and 50 hertz AC supply. The peak value of the current in the circuit is, the peak value of the what? Current in the circuit is, yes, peak value of the current in the circuit you have to calculate. So to calculate the peak value of the current, they are given capacitance is given 40 microfarad, VRMS is given, VRMS is equal to 200 volt. The voltage they have given is VRMS and frequency is equal to what? 50 hertz. The peak value of the current in the circuit. What to calculate? Yes. Take IRMS. IRMS is equal to VRMS divided by XC. XC is a what? Capacitive reactance. So 1 by omega C. Therefore, it becomes omega C into VRMS. Omega means it's a 2 pi F or mu into C into VRMS. Therefore, IRMS is equal to 2 into pi into 50 into capacitance is 40 into 10 power minus 6 micro into 200. It becomes, so 5 to the 10, 100 into 5 into 40 into 200 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So 2, 3, 2, 5. 10 to the power of 5. 10 to the power of 5 we get only 10 to the power of minus 1. So 4 to the 8. Then we get 8 pi into 10 to the power of minus 1. So 8 into 5 means 3.14 into 10 to the power of minus 1. 8 3 is how much? 24. 24 divided by 10 is 24.14 is around 25. 25 divided by 10 is 2.5. 2.5 ampere. IRMS is equal to what? 2.5 ampere. Now we can calculate the peak value. They are asking what? Peak value. Peak value IM or I naught is equal to root 2 into IRMS. Root 2 into IRMS. Root 2 is 1.414 into 2.5. So 25 tens are 250. So 2.5 tens are 25 into 4. 2.5 into 4. 1.4 into 2.5. We get around 3.5 ampere. 3.5 ampere. This is the answer. Option D. Option D is the answer. 3.5 answer. 3.5. So we can write here 22.5. 2.5 4 is how much? 10. 10 gets 0. 10 gets 0. 1 reminder. 2.5 into 1. 2.5 ones are 2.5. 2.5 plus 1 is how much? 3.5. It's a 3.5 ampere. Option D. Option D. Next one. In an AC circuit, I is equal to 100 sine 200 pi. The time required for the current to achieve its peak value will be. The time required for the current to achieve its peak value will be. Yes, they have given I. I is equal to 100 sine 200 pi. Okay. They are given time required to achieve its peak value. Time required for the current to achieve its peak value. Or I has to become I naught. I has to become what? I naught. I naught is equal to what? 100. So here 100. You know that the general equation is I is equal to I naught sine omega t. So here the time required for the current. This is the current to achieve its peak value. This is the peak value. I has to become I naught. So I has to become I naught. That is 100. 100 is equal to 100 sine 200 pi t. 100 cancel. Sine 200 pi t is equal to 1. Or 200 pi t is equal to sine inverse of 1. Sine inverse of 1. Sine inverse of 1 means pi by. Pi cancel. T is equal to 1 by 400 seconds. 1 by 400 seconds. Option D. Correct. Option D. Correct answer. Next one. Fourth one. The frequency of the alternating current is 50 Hz. Frequency is given. It's a 50 Hz. What is the minimum time taken by the current to reach its peak value from the RMS value? So the minimum time taken by the current to reach its peak value from its RMS value. Okay, let us consider this is a sine wave. Sine wave. This is the current here 0, and this is the RMS value. I will write RMS value is how much? I naught by root 2, and this is the peak value. This is I naught. Yes. Oh, first you have to calculate this time, and this is T by 4. So here from this diagram it is clear that this is 0 and this is T by 4. This is T by 8. Then the time taken by the current to reach its value, peak value from its RMS value is T by 4. T by 4 minus T by 8. That is T. Sine omega t. This current I has to become RMS value. I naught by root. I naught by root is equal to I naught sine omega t. I naught and I naught cancel. Now omega t is equal to sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Sine inverse of 1 by root 2 is how much? It's a 45 degree. 5 by 4. 5 by 4. So omega means 2 pi by t is equal to 5 by into t is equal to 5 by 4. 5 by cancel. T is equal to capital T by 8. The time taken by the current to reach its RMS value from 0 is T by 8. Time taken by the current to reach its peak value from 0 is T by 4. And what is the time between RMS value to peak value? T by 4 minus T by 8, that is T by 4. So therefore, the time taken by the current, time taken by the current to reach peak value, from RMS value is T by 4. And here the T is how much? They are given 50 Hertz. Frequency is given. Frequency means it's a 1 by 4f. So it's a 1 by 4 into 50. 1 by 200. That is 5 into 10 power minus 3 seconds. 1 by 2 means 0.5. 0.5 into 10 power minus 2. So 5 into 10 power minus 3 seconds. Answer. So option B. Option B is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Next one, the RMS value of current is 6 ampere for AC circuit of frequency 50 Hertz. So they are given frequency. So the frequency is given F 50 Hertz and IRMS is given current. RMS value of current. The average value of the current over a cycle. Average value of the current over a cycle. This is the sine wave. Sine wave, and this is positive cycle. This is for negative cycle. So for every positive value here, there is a negative value. Hence the average value becomes what? Over one complete cycle. So for every positive value, there is a negative value. Means when we add these values, this positive value get cancelled by this negative value, then the answer becomes 0. B is the correct one. The average value of the AC current over the cycle, complete cycle is what? 0. That's why we define average value for half cycle. Athwa we define root mean square velocity. For one complete cycle, the average value of the current is 0. So voltage is also 0. Not only current, voltage is also what? 0. Yes. Next one. Sixth one. A 100-watt bulb is connected to an AC source of 220 volt. Bulb power is given. 100-watt bulb is connected to the AC power. VRMS is given. It's a 220 volt and F is equal to 50 Hertz. Then the current flowing through the bulb is like you know that the power is equal to VRMS into IRMS. VRMS into IRMS. IRMS is equal to power by VRMS. Power is 100 divided by VRMS is 220. 0, 0 cancel. It's a 1 by 2 point. That's why we can press 2 11s are 2 5s. It's a 5 by 11. 5 by 11 ampere. Option A. Option A is the correct answer. Which of the following represents variation of inductive reactance with the frequency of voltage? So we know that XL is equal to omega N. Omega means 2 pi nu, or 2 pi F into N. So here is a graph of XL versus nu. XL versus nu means instead of F, take nu. So L is a self-inductance of the coil constant, 2 pi is constant, that implies XL is directly proportional to nu. XL is directly proportional to nu means the nature of the graph is a what? Straight line. Straight line passing through origin. Straight line passing through origin. Straight line passing through origin. So the option is what? A. Option is what? A. In case if they give capacitive reactance Xc, Xc is equal to 1 by omega c. 1 by omega c means 1 by 2 pi nu c. C is constant, 2 pi is constant. That implies Xc is proportional to 1 by nu. Inversely proportional. Then the nature of the graph is what? Rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola means like this. Rectangular hyperbola. So Xc versus nu. This is the correct answer. For inductive reactance versus frequency, is a straight line because they are directly proportional. So therefore, option A is the correct answer. 8. Voltage and current in an AC circuit are given by V is equal to 5 sin 100 pi t minus pi by 6. So they are given V is equal to 5 sin of 100 pi t minus pi by 6. And I is given, it's a 4 into sine of 100 pi plus pi by 6. Yes. Now voltage leads the current by 30 degree, current leads the voltage by 30 degree, current leads the voltage by 60 degree, and voltage leads the current by 60 degree. Yes. Look at here. Negative sign. Negative sign shows that voltage is what? Lagging behind. Negative sign shows that it's a lag. Positive sign. Here current plus pi by 6. Plus represents what? Lead. Lead. Therefore, current leads voltage. I leads V. In this case, I leads what? V. Next, by how much angle? Yes. The phase difference. The phase difference delta phi is equal to phi 2 minus phi 1. Here phi 2. Current is how much? Pi by 6. Pi by 6 minus pi 1. This is pi 1. Minus of pi by 6. That gives minus into minus is what? Plus. Plus pi by. Plus pi by 3. Therefore, current I leads V by how much? By phase angle. By phase angle pi by 3. Pi by 3 means 60 degree. So the current leads the voltage by 60 degree. Option C is correct answer. Option C is what? Correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Next one. 9th one. A coil of self-inductance L is connected in series with a bulb B and an AC source. A coil of self-inductance L is connected in series with the bulb B and an AC source. The brightness of the bulb decreases when? So we know that the mutual inductance is equal to mu naught N1 into N2. Sorry, self-inductance. So self-inductance L is equal to mu naught N square A by N, the self-inductance of the coil. For any medium, L is equal to mu naught mu R N square A by N. This is for air core. This is for air core. And this is for other medium. This is for other medium. So here, look at here. The coil of self-inductance L is connected in series with the bulb B and AC source. The brightness of the bulb decreases. Why the brightness of the bulb decreases? So when an iron rod is inserted into the coil, the iron rod is inserted into the what? Coil. So the number of mu R will be increases. As a result, L increases. As the L increases, induced EMF increases. Induced EMF increases, then the induced current also increases. As a result, net current decreases and the brightness of the bulb decreases. The option B is the correct answer. Option B is the what? Correct answer. Number of turns in the coil is reduced ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. N ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Reduced. So N reduces, L reduces. Next, frequency of the AC source is decreased. Here L is not depends on frequency. And the capacitive reactance XC and XL are same. L is also not depends on XC and what? XL value. Therefore, L purely depends on mu r and N. Here N is reduced. N is reduced, L is decreases. As a result, EMF is also induced EMF decreases, induced current also decreases. Hence, the strength of the brightness will also increases. But when the iron rod is inserted, we will introduce a what? Another medium of relative permeability mu r. As a result, self-inductance of the coil increases. EMF induced in the coil increases because EMF induced is equal to minus L into di by dt. If L increases, EMF induced also increases. If EMF induced increases, the induced current also increases. Then induced current is always opposite the direction of main current. As a result, net current decreases and the brightness of the bulb decreases. Option B is the correct answer. Next, 10th one. The 10th one is repeated one. This is asking for what? RMS value. The second problem. It is a repetition of the second problem. Repetition of the second problem. It said 2.5. RMS value is how much? Look at here. Its RMS value is 2.5 ampere. It's a 2.5 ampere. Therefore, option C. Option C is the correct answer. Next one. Yes. A small signal voltage V0 sin omega t is applied across the what? Ideal capacitor. Means pure capacitor. So in case of pure capacitor, what? In case of pure capacitor, what? I leads the voltage. I leads voltage by how much? Pi by 2. Pi by 2 means 90 degree. So here any option is there? Current is in phase with voltage. Wrong. Current is in phase with voltage in pure resistive circuit. Current leads the voltage by 180 degree. Wrong. Not 180 degree, it's 90 degree. Current lags voltage by 90 degree. This is inductive case. Inductive circuit, current lags the voltage. So option D, over a full cycle of capacitor does not consume any energy from the voltage source. Yes. So in case of inductor or in case of capacitor, over the complete cycle, when you take the word complete cycle, over the complete cycle, the power consumption is equal to 0 because the average value of the current and average value of the EMF is what? 0. Hence average power is also what? 0. Option D is correct answer. Option D is the what? Correct answer. Next one, in an AC circuit, an alternating voltage 200 root 2 sine 100 t volt is connected to a capacitor of capacity 1 microfarad. So 1 microfarad, the RMS value of the current, in the circuit is the RMS value of the current in the circuit is. Yes, they are given in an AC circuit an alternating voltage. Voltage is given V. V is equal to 200 root 2. 200 root 2 into sine 100 t. Sine 100 t is connected to the capacitor C. Capacitor C is equal to 1 microfarad. 1 microfarad. 1 microfarad. Next, the RMS value is asking. It's asking what? RMS value. So we want RMS value of what? RMS value of current. Current breaking. To get the RMS value of current, so you have to go for Compare this equation with the standard equation. V is equal to V naught sin omega t. Compare with the standard equation. So we get V naught. V naught is equal to 200 root 2 volt. 200 root 2 volt. And omega is equal to 100 radian per second. 100 radian per second. So now calculate first capacitive reactance. X is equal to what? 1 by omega c. It's a 1 by 100. C is what? 1 into 10 power minus 6. That is equal to 10 power minus 4. 10 power 4. 4. 10 power 4 ohm. Capacitive reactance. Next, RMS value of current. RMS value of current. RMS value of current. IRMS. IRMS is equal to what? VRMS by X. VRMS by X. So VRMS is equal to V naught by root 2 divided by X. V naught by root 2 divided by X. So we can write here, it's a V naught. V naught is how much? 200 root 2 divided by root 2 into 10 to the power of 4. Root 2 cancel. Root 2 cancel. We get, it's a 200 into 10 to the power of minus 4 ampere. Or it's a 20 into 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. That is 20 milliampere. Option D. Option D. 20 milliampere. So very simple. They are given the equation V is equal to V 200 root T into sin 100 T. Compare with the standard equation. We get what? V naught. But we want RMS value of the current. RMS value of the current is equal to from Ohm's law. I is equal to V by R. Instead of resistance, you have to take capacitive reactance. Therefore, IRMS is equal to VRMS by XC. So therefore, first calculate XC, and XC is equal to 10 to the power of 4. But they are not given VRMS, but they are given peak value, V naught. Therefore, VRMS is equal to V naught by root. Substitute V naught is equal to 200 root 2 by root 2 into XC is equal to 10 to the power of. Simplify, we will get 20 milliampere. Therefore, this is the answer. 20 milliampere. This is the correct answer. So this is about a few questions related to the concepts related to the circuit containing the pure resistor, the circuit containing the pure inductor, and the circuit containing the pure inductor and capacitor. Okay. In the next class, we'll see the problems related to the LCR circuit and the transformer. Thank you.